Hello, hello, hello. This is your boy Full Armor here, and today we're going to talk about a potential matchup between Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya. Let's get into it. Okay, so many fans may not know who Alex Pereira is, many MMA fans that is, and they may not know his history with Israel Adesanya. But if you are a fan of kickboxing, there's a good chance you know exactly who Alex Pereira is. Alex Pereira is a former Glory middleweight champ and two-time light heavyweight champ of Glory, with a record of 33-7 in kickboxing. Now, he fought Israel Adesanya twice, and he beat him twice. Israel Adesanya, we all know who that is, current UFC middleweight champ. I believe he has a 75-5 record in kickboxing or something along those lines. Now, I say Alex Pereira beat Israel Adesanya twice, and he did. First one by decision, second one, check this out, by KO. The only KO in Israel Adesanya's professional fighting martial arts career. It should be noted that the first fight, the one that was a decision, has pretty much been unanimously agreed upon among the fans. It was a robbery. If you watch the two fights, both of them I will link in the description box below. Specifically the first one, it was a complete robbery. Israel Adesanya can't say anything about the second one because he got knocked clean out. But regardless of the first one, whether you want to call it a win or a loss, he still has two losses on his record from one of the best strikers on the planet. People say Izzy is good, but mind you, Izzy never reached the heights Pereira did in kickboxing. Izzy was a Glory middleweight title contender, but never a Glory middleweight champ. People like to say the UFC has good strikers, but on a purely striking basis, there are a couple of fighters outside of the UFC, kickboxing in particular, Glory in particular, for this conversation, that could blow the mixed martial artists out of the water. Israel Adesanya and Pereira being two prime examples of those types of fighters. But the thing is, between the two, it could be said that Pereira is better. But you know what? This is what makes the fight exciting. Izzy, who is regarded as the best striker in the UFC currently, against someone who comes from the same school of striking as him and has beat him twice in that school. Not only did he beat him twice, he KO'd him once. So let's be honest, this has all the appeal to the casuals and the hardcores. The storyline is there, and the stylistic matchup is there. Casuals and hardcores both care for storyline, but I would say the casuals more so when it comes to tuning into a fight, while the hardcores like the matchup of styles, the purely martial arts aspect of it. Izzy's counter-striking versus Pereira's walk him down style with his crazy left hook, the same left hook that has put a couple fighters down, Izzy being one of those fighters. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because at the end of the day, Pereira has to beat Sean Strickland this weekend, July 2nd, before he can even think about facing Israel Adesanya. And Adesanya, who's headlining the card this Saturday, has to beat the killer gorilla, Jared Cannonier. Now, it could be argued even if Adesanya does lose, at that point, his next opponent probably would be Pereira. But we don't know that for a fact. It is probably a fact that if Adesanya does beat the killer gorilla this weekend, that his next opponent could very well likely be Pereira. Because mostly, the most important part about this is because it sells. Now, I don't usually root for certain fighters unless my money is involved, unless my money is on the line, aka I'm betting, aka DraftKings.com. But these two fights, Alex Pereira versus Sean Strickland and Israel Adesanya versus the killer gorilla, Jared Cannonier, I do hope the two fighters I was mainly talking about in this video, Adesanya and Pereira, win, because if they were to fight, it will be a great fight. It will be an amazing fight. Nothing more, nothing less. A striking bonanza. Well, all right. You guys know how I'm rocking. You guys know what's going on. Full armor out.